What's going on, everyone? I'm Encore. This is Tomorrow Never Comes. And today I wanted to run through something that is not very well known. And for all of you or any of you who've been watching me or watching these videos for some time, you'll know that I am a big NFT fan, user, adopter, however you want to call it. And so there are a lot of things that come with NFTs that many people don't understand or aren't even aware of. I definitely wasn't when I started. It's something that builds over time. So the beauty of NFTs is the utility, the use cases, the perks that come with it. It's the potentials are endless. Okay, there's no limit to what a project, what a single entity or person or whoever is founding or creating the NFT collection, what value they can provide for their community, their NFT holders. All right. One big one, which is not often mentioned, but has now become more prevalent, is the fact that you can actually stake your NFTs and earn yield. So you might be wondering, well, how does that work? I understand if I do, if I stake Bitcoin, if I stake ETH or Cardano or anything else, I know I'm going to get a certain percentage back in that particular asset, right? That most people know. But how does that work for NFTs? What are you going to do? You're going to get another NFT. What do you get your yield in? USDT, USD, all kinds of questions, right? So really what it comes down to is most of these projects, these NFT projects will now either start or already have native tokens to their project. That's just the way it works. So for example, if any of you are familiar with Bored Ape Yacht Club, and their Bored Apes, which are being sold for 6 figures plus, they actually came out with a native token for the Bored Ape Yacht Club, which is called Ape. And that token, actually, I'm not sure where it is right now, but it was sitting around anywhere from 11 to, I think at the high, it hit $17. And this case is a little bit different because they would just airdrop these tokens into their NFT holder wallets. So we're looking at a type of liquidity. So it's a token which is separate from the NFT, right? Although you can get the tokens because you have the NFT, they don't necessarily go hand in hand in terms of buying and selling. Okay, so you can buy the native token separately, you can sell them separately, you can do the same with the NFT. So it really provides an additional way of generating revenue or owning assets when it comes to an NFT project. And I wanted to highlight how that kind of works. So again, the NFT project will have its own native token. Okay, so for Bored Ape Yacht Club, they had an ape token. They decided to airdrop that token into their NFT holder wallets. So now those holders have a Bored Ape NFT, and they also have X amount of ape coins, however they derive them. Okay, so now they're able to sell or keep both, or either one, or keep both of them or sell both of them, whatever they desire. And there's definitely ways that they can generate revenue through both. So it's a very interesting perk that can happen with a lot of these NFT projects. So I wanted to highlight one that I have. Unfortunately, I cannot show you a Bored Ape because I don't have one. I would love to have owned one. That would have been a story on its own. But I do want to show one that I do have. And there's certain things that you can do with your NFT that I'm going to kind of share. There's a little wrinkle that happens with these NFTs as well, but we're going to jump in. So and here in this video, there may even be an additional wrinkle here, is that what Metamask provides. So Metamask actually has a browser built into it, which is kind of interesting and you may not be aware of. A lot of people think, as I did, and you may be one of them, that MetaMask is just a wallet, does nothing else. No, it is actually a browser built in, so you can actually use it to go through and then connect your wallet seamlessly through its own browser. So let's go ahead, and this is all on mobile, so if there's some struggles here, I apologize. But we're going to go ahead and open MetaMask. And we're going to wait for this to kind of load up. Nice little fox here. Okay, so this is what the mobile version of MetaMask looks like. And we want to actually get into the browser. Okay, so we're going to go up to the top left where we have these lines. We're going to open it up, and you guys can see all the way down. You have the browser, you have your wallet. It'll show, you can access your activity, you can do settings, support, all that kind of stuff. So we're going to go into the browser. Okay, and here, I mean, this is a legitimate browser, right? It'll kind of give you the sites to explore, your favorites, all that kind of stuff. So we're going to go and type in a project called Roaring Leaders. Okay, so this project, you can see it's already on OpenSea, but I want to go to the main site, and that's what's going to happen with a lot of these projects, is that you have to go to their actual site. Always be sure that the site you're going to is the right one, but I've done this often enough. All right, so here we are, Roaring Leaders. This is a great project, and they have male NFT versions as well as female NFT within this collection, or female versions of the characters. And so what we're going to do is we're going to see where it says stake now. Okay, so here we are in the staking section, and it's going to ask us to connect our wallet. So obviously you cannot stake unless you have the NFTs. And the only way that you can prove that you own the NFTs is by connecting your wallet. The best way to do that is through the Metamask, is through your Metamask wallet. So we're going to go ahead and connect. It's going to ask us to verify. We're going to say, yeah, everything is good. All right. So here we go. Now, Roaring Leaders has its own native token, which is called Roar. Now, I don't believe that Roar is yet on any exchanges, so that is something to take into account. But there, you know, that could very well happen. Ape went on. I mean, Ape went ape. It went on everything, on all the major exchanges. So that was great for liquidity, and that makes sense. It's such a popular, collection, and worth quite a bit that, everyone, the exchanges probably had no problems verifying that this was a legitimate project. All right, but anyways, so we're gonna go here. So down here it says your Roaring Leader wallet. Now staked, this is not how much I've staked. This is how much has been staked in the project itself, which is 59%. That's what I believe. Yeah, and it's going to show my account balance. So it says 3 Roar. Now I've done some things before, and I'll get into what that is, of why that balance is there. Okay, it's going to show you unstaked Roaring Leaders. Okay, so I don't have any that are unstaked. I have 2 Roaring Leaders. All right, and you're going to see it here, your staked Roaring Leaders. Now, if I didn't have any staked, it would show up right here in your unstaked Roaring Leaders section, and you could select 1, 2, 3, all of them, none of them, whatever you like. And then they'll show up in this section where it says your staked Roaring Leaders. It shows 2, and that tells you how much you're actually going to earn per day. So every day that you have one single Roaring Leader staked, you're going to get, you're going to get 10 tokens, 10 Roar tokens per day. All right, so because I have 2 of them, I'm going to have 20 tokens per day, 20 Roar tokens per day dropped here for me to claim. All right, so you can see right down here that I have 1,588 Roar sitting here. Now, in order for me to, and it asks me to claim, or gives me the option to claim, all I would do is just hit claim, and it would tell me, here, look, here's a gas fee, and I can confirm, and then the transaction will go through. I don't really care to do that, only because I just kind of let it sit. Actually, that's not bad. Maybe I should claim it. Let me do that. I'm actually going to claim it, so you guys get to see it. Just because the gas fees are ridiculously low. It's like $17. So let's go ahead and just claim it. Okay, so it's going to go through its process. to claim. There's no, benefit for me to keep it in my earnings. It's just something that accumulates. It's not like I earn interest on that at all or anything like of that nature. So the thing with it is maybe you want it to build up and then claim all at once, and then you don't have an issue. Okay, so I just come and built it up, and so at some point, once this transaction has been confirmed, this 3 roar will turn into 1,591. Right, we're adding 3 to the 1588, so it should be there. Okay, look. So let's see. Okay, hasn't gone through as of yet. Oh, there we go. Transaction is complete. I can go ahead and review the transaction, and at some point, this should actually reflect that. Yeah. Okay. And so these projects will also have. So I have the second edition. A lot of these projects will have a Genesis collection, which is the very first one. And so you may get, similar or better perks from being, part of the very first collection. Sometimes you can even get airdrops of the second collection coming through, or you get access where you can, join the pre-sale mint. So it's much cheaper than when the public gets access to it. And so you get access to the next edition or editions. All right. So yeah, it didn't seem to go through yet. At least reflected on the wallet. But that's really all that it is. Now, what is an interesting perk here that you guys can't see? I'm going to try and enlarge it. So like I said, there are male characters in this collection as well as females. And the additional perk to this particular project is if you buy a male and a female, if you have both of them, that you can actually breed them. And then you get little cubs, NFTs. All right. So usually the transaction will just cost a little bit of gas, and then you'll have cubs in your wallet. And I do want to, let me see if I can see the cubs here. Okay, so that just in of itself is just staking. It's not something that was familiar to me, and a lot of these projects will allow you to do that. So it's pretty much free money, right? You have the NFTs, you might as well stake it. You get the native token. If it becomes like an ape token and it goes on these exchanges, then you have the ability to sell the tokens if you so choose. And who knows how much you get for holding the actual NFT. So it's a nice little new wrinkle, or fairly new wrinkle, that adds some liquidity and where you can get more revenue or profits from an NFT project. Okay, so let's see if I can show you guys. Yeah, okay. So here's my roaring leaders here, or roaring rock stars. So these are the cubs. Now I was able to mint a couple of cubs, and then I'm not sure which one. It may have been this one here that I was able to, create or mint based on the fact that I was able to breed with the one male character as well as the one female one, and out came this little cub. So another interesting wrinkle to everything. It's great to see. So like I said, I've always stated that, NFTs are really, they're really fascinating, and there's a lot more under the hood than you would imagine. And if all you do is look at price point, and you look at, picture, image, and price point, it's very superficial, and you never look under the hood. There's a lot of interesting things that you're going to miss and not understand why these projects are so popular. So I hope this provided some value when you're doing your research for NFTs. See if you can breed them. See if you can, if the project has tokens, or at least in the roadmap is looking to have a token at some point, and that'll add even more liquidity to just, buying and selling the NFT. You can actually buy and sell the tokens as well. Okay, guys, hope that provided value to you. Likes, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell, do all of that good stuff. Remember, tomorrow never comes. Jump in the game. Let's get after it. We'll see you guys in the next one.